Princess in the background, but I'm spotting that's actually the girl from the football, isn't it?
It is, yes.
So you're kind of like mixing and matching.
Yes.
This is why it makes perfect sense, in my opinion, to actually go for as many of the sets as you can. Because it's not like, I mean, even though the sets do work as standalone sets, you can mix and match them and sort of cross-pollinate. So you actually use maybe the football face on one with the bookworm or the holiday or the rains. It does make perfect sense. They're all equally as glamorous. OK, so what are we going to do?
I've started with my Clips tape, which is the low-tack masking tape, and I stuck it to a thin sheet of paper.
Now, that's on our website, I do believe.
Yeah, and I've used a square punch to punch out a nice square hole.
OK.
Now, I've still got the middle bit because I'm going to need that. So I'm going to place that on my card, so I've got a bit of space around it. There we go, make sure that's stuck down. And then I'm going to take...
Out with the stays on again.
Sporty girl. Katie, I believe this one's name.
Are you sporty at all, Vicky?
A little.
What's your favourite sport?
I don't get much time these days.
If you could. If you had a couple of hours, what would it be? Tennis? Swimming?
More into badminton.
I used to love badminton when I was a kid. I used to be actually pretty good at badminton back in the day.
OK, so I've got this on an acrylic block I can see through. So I'm going to pop her in there so her head's got a bit of space from the top.
Okie dokie.
There you go. There she is.
Those eyes are wonderful, aren't they, staring out at you?
Now, this is where I need the mask from the centre. So I'm going to place that in the hole and lift off the outer mask.
OK, so now you're just hiding the actual stamped
hiding
image.
the image there, yep. And I'm going to take a fine black pen and just draw a wavy line, which is very easy, especially when you're nervous.
You're not nervous, are you? Are you nervous?
A little.
Oh. Well, what we can do on live shows is you can actually get the crew to encourage you a bit. Can I have a come on, Vicky?
Come on, Vicky.
There you go. See, there you go. You're doing great. You are doing great.
OK, so I'm just going round here twice.
OK, so pop that round there as well.
Last one.
And then peel that off as white.
Again,
Now,
I'm using a chalk pencil, so I've just started to colour her.
oh, give me a little rosy glow again
Little
there.
rosy. She's got freckles, so it's nice and easy to know where to put them. Put the little pink bits, smudge
Okey-dokey.
those in.
Lovely.
And then you can colour the rest of her. And what I did to finish, because I did her... We were having a very purple day when we were designing these samples, I have to say.
I just think these designs are so sweet, though. I mean, all of your samples, I mean, always, I mean, I know I'm a big fan of you girls anyway, but it's like your samples are always really good, but your cards always have, like, a real charm to them. Every set of stamps that you bought us here at Ideal World and Create and Craft, of course, have got something different about them, haven't they?
Oh, we do try.
You do try. And you succeed, my love, you do. So you're just running around the outside there as well. So
I'm running around the outside here, yes, and then I will smudge that to just give the frame.
OK. It gives it a nice sort of, well, I was going to say scrappy, that's probably not the right word, but do you know what I mean? That kind of like rough edge around the corner or around the outside gives it a really nice feel. OK.
There we go. So then we finish adding a bit of colour to her hair.
Lovely.
And trim that down. And here we go.
And there you go. So you can see that one there. Look at that. There's Katie. Hey, fabulous. Lovely. So where are we going to go from that then, Vicky?
So I need to borrow. Sarah's got the princess set, so I need to borrow
Sarah Princess
the
set, my
word
love. Come
and
with
the
everything.
tiara.
Word and tiara.
There you go.
So you girls work well. Sorry, cameras. There you go.
Thank you. So I need to stamp out just a little tiara.
Lovely. So get out with the stays on.
Out with the stays on.
I will go through all those extra bits and pieces that we've got on the show in a minute, actually, but the stays on we do have, remember, if you'd like to go for that in the cleaner. It's one of those things that every crafter that I've ever met who, you know, is as good as these girls, always will use. So if you'd like to get your stays on, then please do. £9.78 is the price for your stays on and your stays on cleaner. So you've printed out stamped out two tiaras.
Stamped out the tiara, and all I'm going to do is... I've lost my grey. I was just going to just lightly go over that with a bit of grey.
Ah, to give it almost like a silvery metallic-y feel.
Exactly.
Lovely.
And then I can cut that out. like I've done with some bling.
Now, that lady on the email that said about the
Yes.
bling, there is bling. Amanda, there's your bling, my sweet. Look at that. Oh, that's nice. That's very nice. That's fit for a princess, isn't it? So, is she going to be wearing... I assume she'll be wearing that
She will be
soon
wearing
enough.
that, yes. Now, with the word stamps, I've got that one and the crown to go on her. Okay.
All the bits building together, aren't they?
Yeah. Now, I'm just taking a plain piece of card. I've got a pink ink. I'm going to ink up the word pink first.
Who's the most girly out of you and Sarah, then?
That'd be Sarah.
Is Sarah the girly one? Would you agree with that, Sarah?
Yes.
You would?
I would.
So is she more of a princess?
Oh, possibly.
OK, so you're stamping out the background. So
Yeah.
quite randomly there as well.
Quite randomly, several times on there. A little clean.
Lovely.
And then I've got a darker colour, purple.
OK, so coordinating the colours that you've actually got in the design as well,
Yeah.
which is nice. Now, don't forget, with the princess, or the one that we use, it's the football girl we're using at the moment, but what Vicky's actually doing is combine 2 different stamp sets, if you like, and in each stamp set you get 2 complete different stamp sets, if that makes sense. So if you actually went for all 4 sets, you would actually get 8 different stamp sets. You are going to get the princess and the shopaholic, the rain and the holidays, the football, which is actually the girl that Vicky has used here, but she's turned the football girl into a princess. Because that's what you want, isn't it? Any girl can dream of being a princess. And then you have the tunes with that as well, the girl on the MP3 player. And then finally, you've got the piece and the well done. Right.
Okay, now I just need to try and put this all together.
Lovely. So just layering that up accordingly with your
Yeah.
tape pen. OK, so obviously, again, your tape pen bits and pieces available on the website, www.createandcraft.tv. Layer that up. And then the actual card that you've got in the background is going to be colour coordinated as well, isn't it?
That's right, I've just cut the pink and the purple and used a bit of ribbon across the middle to hide the join on there.
Now, have you had lots of great feedback? I mean, I know this is a TV launch today for these stamps, but I know you've been giving people little sneaky peeks at craft events and stuff.
We've put them up on our blog, and the design team have been putting them up, and people have been loving the images.
I'm not
They really
surprised. They are wonderful images. They just have a nice... I mean, also, I love cards that are smiley cards. Cards, when you look at them, they make you smile. 'Cause you just think, oh, they're really nice. Right, here goes the bling.
There we go.
So who's the more blingy out of you and Sarah, then? Who would be the one that gets... I see you're pretty blingy with your bracelet.
I am today, yes.
Yes, very blingy, spotting the bling. There you go. Look, corking. If you would like to make cards like that, it's all very achievable with your fantastic Judikin set of 2 rubber stamps.